Let me tell you a story about a remodeler. This remodeler was like a lot of remodelers out there. He loved working with his hands, solving problems, and turning houses into people's homes, right? But after 10 years in the business, this remodeler, he was burned out. He was tired of chasing clients who didn't value his time. He was frustrated with razor-thin profit margins, man, and he was overwhelmed by the constant juggling act of running his business.
Hello, this is the HackHour Podcast, a show where it's all about helping real, everyday, hardworking remodelers learn the secrets to having it all in life and business. And now, here's your host, Mike Minges.
Welcome back. So to make matters worse, this remodeler, we're going to call him Dave. He kept seeing his friends from high school, guys that he went to college with, right? They were living their dream. A lot of them were living the corporate dream. They were flashing some new cars. They were going on vacations. You know, everything would look great on social media. Dave, he couldn't help but wonder, man, did I make some of the wrong decisions? Is there ever going to be a future for me in this world of remodeling? And then one day, everything changed. See, Dave, as he sat in his truck after yet another no-show estimate appointment, he stumbled across a podcast much like this one. And the host was talking about how the remodeling industry was entering its golden era, right? At first, Dave's a little skeptical. Golden age, he thought, what's so golden about burnout and all these bills and having trouble finding anyone to work? But the more he listened, the more something clicked. The host explained how, look, housing stock in America, it was actually the oldest it had ever been. And new construction, it's struggling to keep up. And houses today are kind of built not so well, and they need more remodeling than ever in just a few years. So host also talked about how technology is revolutionizing the way remodelers can even run their business, right? You got new tools. There's things like we can do virtual appointments. You know, we got social media. There's a lot going on to attract the clients now, and there's ways to eliminate tire kickers. So Dave realized something. The game had changed, and he hadn't changed with it. It wasn't that remodeling didn't have a future. It was that he might not have a future in remodeling if he doesn't adapt and embrace the new way of doing things. So Dave started small. He took a leap, joined an affiliate program that was designed to teach remodelers the systems, the frameworks, the things, the back end of the business, the stuff he'd always been missing, the stuff he didn't like doing it. He was always too busy to do it. He never did do it, and it was hampering him, you know. He finally learned how to lead and weed out his leads, right? He learned how to get designs and be paid. He was designing for dollars, right? Finally, he was getting paid for his expertise. He knew how to communicate more effectively with clients, less problems. He also began leveraging tools, right? He's figuring out a way to do video calls with clients for consultations possibly, right? He's now qualifying clients over the phone. He never did that before. He's not even having to drive out at first. Slowly but surely, he began to see a shift. Man, he was no longer chasing bad leads. He was no longer underpricing his work. Instead, he was landing good paying jobs with clients who valued his craft. They were paying him what he was worth and giving him the kind of referrals that just kept building more momentum. Man, within a year, Dave's business had doubled, not because he was working harder, but because he was working smarter. So why am I telling you about Dave? Because his story is your story. Look, Dave represents thousands of remodelers who are stuck in the old ways of doing business. Your business might be new, but the way you're going about it is old, right? Being burnt out and unsure if there's a future for you, following in the footsteps of somebody else, looking around on social media, doing what other guys are doing. Here's the truth. The Golden Age of Remodeling, it's not just a slogan, it is a reality. See, Dave succeeded because he recognized an opportunity. He saw it and he took action. He didn't wait for the market to change or for some other miracle worker to come save his business. He said, you know what? I can do it. I'm going to invest in myself for real this time, right? I'm going to adapt. I'm going to learn the new tools and get the strategies. I'm claiming a piece of this golden age of remodeling. And guess what? You can as well. Here's my challenge to you. Are you going to keep spinning your wheels, or are you ready to be the Dave of your story? If you're ready to embrace the golden age of remodeling, get the tools, the strategies, and the resources, they're here for you. Man, just take the first step, just like Dave did, and start building something. Work with us, and we will build something amazing together. All right. So I'll officially welcome you to the HackHour Podcast, right? Here is where we dive into the success secrets behind remodelers that go out and crush it. I'm Mike Menges, longtime remodeler, and today we are talking about something that's shifting. We truly are in the golden age of remodeling. Guys, I've never been as excited as I am now, right? We are standing at the dawn of a brand new era for the remodeling industry. If you're in this trade or you're thinking about joining, it has never been a better time. So buckle up. This is going to be one of those episodes that you will go back and remember and probably listen to a second time to be sure you picked up everything. So why? Right? Why is now the golden age of remodeling? So here's the deal. For generations, the last few in particular, man, societies have pushed the trades aside, right? You're being told, don't go work with your hands. Get a real job. Go to college. Climb that corporate ladder. Sound familiar? Well, the joke's on a lot of them, right? Many of those people now have degrees they can't use, jobs that are disappearing thanks to artificial intelligence. That's right, AI. AI cannot replace remodelers. Not yet it can't. Sure, they're trying, all right? But we have a time right now, right? See, remodeling, it's hands-on. It's creative problem solving. It's rooted in craftsmanship and problem solving. Look, in America, it's even better because the housing stock in this country is the oldest it's ever been. So many areas have had restrictions on new construction being built. And so if somebody wants a house, they have to almost buy an existing house, right? Now, maybe they're going to tear it down and rebuild. That's still a form of remodeling. Maybe they want to build a big addition. There we go. More remodeling, rehabbing, remodeling. What this means is there are millions of homes that need updates, repairs, and upgrades. And let's not forget about the shocking drop in new home construction quality, right? You see it. Many of the new construction homes that are built today are built so poorly and cheaply, right? The home builder squeezes every profit they can by putting in the cheapest materials. They don't last. These houses need major repairs more frequently, more often. They're not built like those 1970 brick ranchers that seem to just last forever. Not today's houses. Nope. So homeowners are learning that if they want it done right, they need to now hire an experienced remodeler. See, remodeling is more complex and challenging today than it's ever been because there's so many different types of materials and technologies being blended together that it truly takes someone who's experienced, who understands how all the different components work together, right? The homeowner today needs someone who can not only repair shoddy work, but can truly tackle the complexity of blending the old structures with the new cutting-edge materials and the codes that keep getting updated all the time. Look, so we're going to break down this perfect storm that's making it easier than ever to succeed as a remodeler. So on one hand, you've got social media and the internet now, and that has revolutionized how we can connect with clients. It's never been easier than it is today for you to put out your business, right? Get your personality out there. Show people what you do. Show them how you do it. And they can find you and say, that's our guy. That's who we want to hire, right? Never have we had all of this together. When I first started, you had to put an ad in the phone book, right? You bought an ad and you waited 6 months to a year till it came out and somebody threw the book on the steps, and you hoped that the person would get the book into the house and then use it when they picked up the phone to call. No, now it's right there, social media, and you get to put all of your projects. Man, it is the golden age, I'm telling you. Look, second, because of technology with our phones now and apps like Zoom or FaceTime, you can now filter leads. You can have prospective clients show you what the area looks like that they want done. They can send over files, pictures, right? You can qualify your leads without wasting time of even having to drive all over town. And homeowners appreciate this. They'd much rather often do a FaceTime or a Zoom meeting than have you come to the house anyway. Your time's precious. The homeowner's time is precious. Stop wasting it with tire kickers and driving around town. Get with the program. Look, third, you have new tools and materials, right? Building can be done smarter and faster and in some respects better than we've been able to do it before. We have materials that won't rot like they did, right? So in certain areas, what about all the cordless tool technology? It's so much better than it was years ago. Man, some of your guys can pull up on site and make a repair just like that. However, they can still make good money because of the knowledge they possess and the time it took to learn how to do that, right? So what we see now is you can have increased profits because you can get things done faster and easier. Now, here's the real kicker in this. Our Remodeling Academy, we offer the industry's first affiliate program, right? Imagine this. For years, remodelers failed because they had no guidance. They had nowhere to go to. When I started in the industry, I wanted to get help. I went to a couple schools, coaching programs, and they wouldn't take me because I didn't have enough years in the business. I wasn't at 10 million a year. I hadn't been in business for 10 years. And see, most remodelers, contractors, they fail within the first 3. So it made no sense that people weren't willing to help a new remodeler who had a desire to succeed. Why are you making me wait? Well, they're making me wait because it's easier for them. Once I already succeed, I don't need as much help from them anymore, right? And now they know I have all this money to pay all these expensive programs. No. So I made a vow, if I succeeded in the remodeling industry, that I was going to start the first program of its kind where we help any remodeler get to earning money, right? Real money. We're going to help you get past the $500,000 mark. We're going to help you get past the $1 million a year mark. We're not going to make you have to be some big company just to get help. If you have the drive, if you have the desire, then we're here to help you. And that is what the Remodeling Academy is all about. And that is why we started our Rebel and Renegade programs. All right. So now you have something that you can grab and get, right? Something that will help those of you that started your business with a passion, but we recognize that maybe you lack the system and the framework you needed to succeed. Now you can get those. Okay. So you put all this together. Here's how you can win in this golden age of remodeling. First, you have to acknowledge that remodeling today is also more complex than it's ever been before, right? It's not just about swinging a hammer. There's an art, there's a science to all this, and you've got to blend these new materials with outdated structures. You have to navigate the shifting codes, right? You have to keep up with all the different product innovations. There's a lot going on, but here's the good news, right? Education is the key. Smart remodelers are leading with learning better ways to do things. They've figured out how we have to start with design. We're going to get paid to estimate, right? And we're going to position ourselves as experts. And we recognize now the second thing is that systems matter, right? We need to have processes for everything, from weeding out the unqualified leads to running efficient jobs. Look, the old trial and error approach, it's not sustainable anymore. Third, You have to leverage the tools that are at your disposal. You got to use the tech to save time. You got to streamline your communication, and this helps you boost the bottom line. So remember, look, in this industry, communication is the key. The days of flying off at the seat of your pants are over, right? Today's clients want remodelers who are professional, who are informed, and are transparent. I come upon this all the time. Everyone wants the same thing. They just wish it was easier to hire a professional remodeler. Okay, so let me ask you this. What if you could stop struggling and you could start thriving? What if you could skip the years of trial and error and tap into some proven systems right now? Well, here's the good news. You can. Here is the truth, right? Many remodelers ahead of you and before you, they've failed. And they failed in the past because they just didn't have access. They didn't have enough time out in the field. It often takes 2 to 3 years just to figure out what to do, right? They don't even know what they don't know yet because they're so new in business, and that presents the challenge. So we're bridging that gap here, right? We have the vault of information, and we're going to give you access to it so that you can have the knowledge and the tools that you need today so that you don't fail in your first few years, right? So look, the reason that you're here is because you know that there's a better way. You're listening to the podcast because you're ready to rise to this challenge. Look, the Remodeling Academy, it's your ticket to success. We've taken decades of hard-earned lessons that were once held captive by only a few of the elite, most successful remodelers in a local area, and we have made them accessible to anyone who's willing to learn. We have refined these processes, right? And you're going to discover the frameworks, the processes, the strategies. They're going to transform your business. You need a contract? We have it. You want the language? We have it. Yeah, you're going to work with your local attorney to make sure it fits within the parameters of the law for where you operate, but we're going to help you with all of the foundational things, right? You no longer have to guess and wonder, how do I get that? So what are you waiting for? Like, if you're an implementer, if you're determined to win, then it's time to get with the program. Get over and join the Rebel and Renegade affiliate program, right? Let's get busy with you building your future, a future that is built on success, one that has a foundation that works. Look, we're over here, we're crushing it, right? We know that with you joining us, it will help you crush it and take advantage of this golden age of remodeling. So guys, that's it for today's episode of the Hack Hour. Man, I hope you're as excited as I am about the opportunities that are in the remodeling industry right now. Remember, success in this field is no longer a matter of luck or just years of painful trial and error. It is truly about modeling, finding someone who's successful, coming to them and saying, hey, help me out. That's why we're here. We have the methods. We will guide you so that you are the one that's successful. We will help you so that you learn, adapt, and take the proper action. So if you're ready to take the next step, then check out the Remodeling Academy and our affiliate program today. Don't let this golden age pass you by. Do not sit back and in 10 years say, now, I wish I would have taken advantage of it. The time is now. You've been looking for it. You've been waiting for it. It's time. The remodeling industry, this is something that has been needed for a long time. It's here. And to make it even easier, what I've set up is the 5-Day Remodeler Challenge. All right. This gives you a firsthand glimpse into what it would be like to work with us. So you get to come for 5 days and we will show you and help you, and it will be amazing. Nobody else is doing this. Go over to remodelingriches.com right now. Again, go to remodelingriches.com, sign up for the challenge. Look, stop being afraid, stop being scared, stop being tired, stop being broke. Start winning, start being successful. This is how you do it. You take action today. remodelingriches.com, sign up. We'll see you in the challenge.
Thank you for listening to the HackHour Podcast. It would be awesome if you would leave us a quick review on iTunes. To further your remodeling success, go to remodelingriches.com.